Hey gang, Schlocktoberfest is getting a little stranger with a review of the movie The Ruins. Two couples named Jeff and Amy and Eric and Stacy are vacationing in Mexico. While they're there, they're just talking and having a good time when poor Amy loses an earring. Well, a German tourist named Matthias overhears their conversation and overhears Amy lost her earring. Oh, the suspense. Finds it, sends it over to her, and suddenly they become the best of friends. Wow, that was pretty fast. Matthias kind of talks them into going to this Mayan temple, which they're not sure about, but of course Matthias wants to go there to try and find his brother who's been missing. And Matthias brings along his friend Dimitri. Well, they get there to the temple, and there's a bunch of Mayans at the bottom of it, of course. And they try to talk to them about going to the top of it to try and find Matthias' brother. They don't understand. Dimitri tries, and he winds up getting shot with an arrow and his head pretty much blown off. So the rest of them run up the temple stairs like scared little kids. They get up there and they find that there's a campground there. There's a campsite there, but nobody around. So for some strange reason, they find out that their cell phone signal doesn't work, but yet they hear a weird cell phone ringing sound. And it sounds like it's coming from the bottom of a well of the temple. Well, it must be a well or something like that, because there's a rope and a little crank at the top of it. Anyway, they lower Matthias down into the, let's call it a well. The rope breaks, Matthias hits the ground and is apparently paralyzed. So they try to figure out what to do. And so Amy goes down the steps, trying to tell him that Matthias is hurt. They don't understand what's going on, and in anger, she throws a vine at the only child there, and they kill the kid. So what do? Go back up the temple again, and they are able to figure out a way to get Matthias out of the well, but they also figure out that the plants are mocking their speech and sound effects and them in some sort of ways. And they find out that the plants are wanting to try and kill them. So the plants get inside of Matthias' legs and have a little buffet. They cut off his legs, but of course later on Matthias becomes plant food. Well, you know what I mean. And Stacy winds up getting possessed by the plant. It starts growing inside of her when it goes in one of her wounds. She tries to cut it out. The plant, I mean, not these lame jokes in the movie. And she winds up stabbing Eric. Stacy's begging to be killed. She does get killed off screen. So then it's up to Jeff and Amy to go down the steps. Amy plays dead. Jeff plops her on the ground. And he pretty much sacrifices himself so Amy can get away. And Amy finds the Jeep that they all came in, takes off in it, when suddenly it looks like that the plant is inside of Amy because you see the vines going through her face. So why did this movie suck? You know, a couple of days ago I reviewed The Happening, and I have to admit that having plants that were somehow probably grown by Dr. Kevorkian was a pretty bad idea, and kind of lame and probably pretty stupid. This movie, however, has plants that must have been the offspring of Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. And I swear to God, if I heard any of those plants going, "Feed me," that probably would have sold me on this movie as being one of the best of all time, but unfortunately you didn't. You just hear them mocking things and all this other stuff. Sort of like a bad impressionist you see at a nightclub. You know? This movie is gory and graphic, but when I saw the trailer, I had no idea this movie was about monster-eating plants. It's no Happening, but well, it's a little gorier than The Happening, and it makes even less sense than that movie did. Of course, this movie came out in 2008, and that was 4 years before the whole Mayan scare thing. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe this is the reason why the Mayans tried to tell everybody that in 2012 the world was going to end. Maybe that was their way of getting back at us for this horrible, terrible movie. But there you guys have it, a review of The Ruins. And Schlocktoberfest will keep on going to Halloween. I hope you guys will keep tuning in and watching. And whatever you think about this movie, leave your comments below. Love to hear from you guys. And if you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. If you got a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, fantasy horror movie that ruined or almost ruined horror movies for you for good, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. And until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on. And remember what you tell your plants, because you never know what they might get back at you for.